What if a robot could flip upright from the floor in just 5 seconds, lift a 110 pounds effortlessly, and completely reshape your factory job by 2028? What if another bot could fold your laundry perfectly, prep your breakfast, and watch over your home, but then gets hacked and turns your privacy into a nightmare? In the next 15 minutes, I'll break down the CES 2026 robotics breakthroughs that are shaking the world, from Boston Dynamics' production-ready Atlas to LG's home helper CLOiD and Nvidia's game-changing AI models. We'll hit the insane specs, step-by-step demos, viral fun moments, hidden security risks, job ethics debates, and a shocking one-year leap from prototypes to reality, plus what this all means for your daily life. Hit that like button now if you're ready for the full ride. Let's jump in and see if this revolution is a dream or a danger. Boom! CES 2026 hit like a storm. Over 4,300 exhibitors crammed into the Las Vegas Convention Center, 130,000 attendees buzzing with excitement. But robotics? It owned the entire show. The humanoid robot market, analysts predict it'll explode to $38 billion by 2035. That's a mind-blowing 2,400% growth from just $1.5 billion in 2025. Why this insane surge? It's all about agentic physical AI. These aren't dumb scripted machines anymore. They observe their surroundings in real time, understand natural language commands like sort those parts, reason through complex multi-step plans, and execute actions flawlessly even in chaotic, unpredictable settings like a bustling factory or a messy kitchen full of kids and pets. Goldman Sachs crunched the numbers. Humanoids could handle up to 25% of all manufacturing tasks by 2030, unlocking a staggering $6 trillion in economic value through boosted productivity, reduced downtime, and safer work environments. Morgan Stanley takes it even further, forecasting a $5 trillion ecosystem by 2050 when you include supply chains, ongoing maintenance, software upgrades, and the new industries they'll spawn. But hold on, before we geek out on the details, question: are you ready for robots in your workplace or home? Stick around because the first star is about to blow your mind. Number 1 breakthrough, Boston Dynamics Atlas. This beast was unveiled on January 5th during Hyundai's electrifying keynote. And it's no longer that viral parkour prototype doing backflips for likes. This is the fully redesigned, enterprise-grade production version, ditching the old hydraulic actuation system for an all-electric one. Why the switch to electric? Hydraulics were powerhouse strong, but came with big downsides. Noisy operation that disrupted factories, prone to fluid leaks that required constant cleanup, high-pressure lines adding unnecessary weight and complexity, and frequent maintenance downtime that cut into efficiency. Electric actuators flip the script. They deliver precise torque control for smoother movements, boast up to 90% energy efficiency compared to hydraulics' 60–70%, eliminate leaks entirely, and integrate seamlessly with modern battery systems, making Atlas far more scalable for mass industrial deployment. Hyundai Mobis, a key supply partner, is providing these custom electric actuators, building a rock-solid chain that's already primed for high-volume output. Now the specs drop like bombs. Atlas towers at 6.2 feet tall, 1.88 meters, weighs 198 pounds, 90 kilos, and packs 56 degrees of freedom. Every joint from the head and torso down to the arms, hands, and fingers is fully rotational and independently controllable, allowing movements that mimic or even exceed human flexibility in tight spaces. The arm reach stretches to 7.5 feet, perfect for overhead tasks without needing platforms or ladders. Strength-wise, it can handle an instant lift of 110 pounds, 50 kilos, using both arms, with a sustained carry of 66 pounds, 30 kilos over long shifts. The battery? A 4-hour hot swappable unit, and here's the cool part. Atlas is engineered to swap its own batteries autonomously, keeping operations running 24/7 without human intervention. It thrives in harsh conditions, operating reliably from 20 degrees C to 40 degrees C, is water-resistant for light spills or humid environments, and includes advanced safety features like real-time human detection through sensor fusion, blending LiDAR for distance mapping, radar for motion tracking, and cameras for visual confirmation. Fenceless guarding to prevent accidental collisions, and seamless integration with barcode or RFID systems for automated workflow tracking. Watch this clip right now, it's going to shock you. The demo kicks off with Atlas lying flat on its back on the stage floor, simulating a real-world fall or power down. Step 1, it activates its unique low-set thigh and calf joints. Narrow thighs align parallel to the torso for compact design, connected to wider calves via circular rotary connectors, and initiates a controlled flip, rising upright in just 5 seconds flat, no external push or props needed. Step 2, once on its feet, it stabilizes balance using integrated gyroscopes and inertial measurement units, IMUs, fused with data from its 360-degree cameras, which are positioned low like eyes for optimal ground-level perception and obstacle avoidance. Step 3, it strides forward at 2.5 meters per second over uneven demo terrain, adjusting its gait in real time to handle bumps or debris without stumbling. Step 4. Approaching the mock assembly line, it reaches up to a high shelf with that 7.5-foot extension, grasps an irregularly shaped engine cover. Using its 3-fingered tactile grippers, the sensors instantly detect texture, weight, and slip potential, automatically adjusting grip pressure to secure it without damage or drops. Step 5. It inspects the part visually with onboard AI for any defects, then places it precisely on a moving dolly or conveyor belt, aligning it perfectly for the next station. The whole sequence was 100% autonomous. No teleoperation, no human tweaks. And the crowd went absolutely wild, cheering like it was a sports final. But here's the real bombshell that's going to make you pause. Production is ramping up immediately at Boston Dynamics headquarters in Waltham, Massachusetts, with all 2026 units already sold out to eager partners. The first fleets are shipping this quarter to Hyundai's Robotics Meta plant in Savannah, Georgia, where they'll undergo initial testing in controlled zones, and to Google DeepMind's cutting-edge research labs for further AI enhancements. Hyundai dropped a crystal-clear roadmap during the keynote. By 2028, Atlas will take on parts sequencing at their Metaplant America facility, organizing components like engine blocks, wiring harnesses, and chassis parts for human workers to assemble more efficiently. Fast forward to 2030, and they plan to scale to full component assembly tasks, potentially deploying thousands of units across their global manufacturing plants with a target production capacity of 30,000 units per year. The partnership with Google DeepMind is the game changer. They're weaving in Gemini Robotics Foundation models, which enable Atlas to learn entirely new tasks in mere hours through few-shot demonstrations and simple natural language prompts. Once a skill is mastered, it's shared across the entire fleet via Boston Dynamics Orbit software platform, which plugs directly into existing warehouse management systems. Picture this. One Atlas nails the optimal way to perform complex bin picking in a cluttered storage area. By tomorrow, your whole factory line is upgraded without any downtime, retraining sessions, or extra costs. This tech could slash factory injuries by up to 30% by eliminating repetitive strain injuries, heavy lifting risks, and exposure to hazardous materials. But wait! Shockstat alert! Unions are screaming foul. Hyundai Korea's National Metalworkers Union issued a fiery bulletin stating, "Not a single robot unit should be deployed without a full labor management agreement." This is a pretext for capitalists to exploit workers. They're highlighting how robots drastically cut labor costs, the equivalent of 3 human workers' 24-hour salaries versus the robot's relatively low maintenance fees. Boston Dynamics CEO Robert Plater pushed back in a CES interview saying, "Robots aren't here to eliminate jobs. They're here to augment humans, making work safer, more collaborative, and focused on higher-value tasks like innovation and oversight." Still, the cultural hit is undeniable. Think about losing the camaraderie on the assembly line, the shared breaks, the sense of purpose tied to manual craftsmanship. In communities where factory work defines identity and social bonds, this shift could erode the very fabric of daily life. Now imagine your own factory day in this new era. You clock in at 7 a.m., but instead of starting with backbreaking lifts and repetitive motions that leave you sore by noon, you're supervising a fleet of Atlases from a control station, programming new task flows via an intuitive tablet interface, troubleshooting minor sensor glitches with quick diagnostics, or even training the bots on custom workflows. Using voice commands like, "Show me how to handle fragile wiring." New jobs pop up everywhere, in robot maintenance to keep actuators tuned, AI oversight to fine-tune learning models, and system optimization to maximize efficiency. Goldman Sachs backs this with data. While 25% of manufacturing tasks could be automated by 2030, the net effect is a job shift, not a net loss, with surging demand for skilled technicians, programmers, and ethicists. But here's the flip side. What if your current skill set doesn't adapt fast enough? Unions are demanding comprehensive retraining programs funded by governments and companies, profit-sharing models where workers get a cut, of the productivity gains from robots, and even co-governance boards where employees have a say in deployment decisions. Question: would you embrace Atlas as a teammate that makes your job easier, or fight against it as a threat to your livelihood? Pause and drop your honest answer in the comments below. We're shifting to home robots next, and it's getting personal. Quick transition. Let's move. From industrial power to everyday convenience with LG's CLOiD, the robot promising a zero-labor home, debuted on January 6th at CES. This compact humanoid stands about 4 feet tall with a stable wheeled base for safe, smooth navigation around kids, pets, or furniture. A tilting torso that extends reach from knee height to standard countertops, and dual arms each with 7 degrees of freedom to replicate human-like movements. The hands are a standout feature. 5-finger designs equipped with advanced pressure and tactile sensors for gentle, adaptive grips on delicate items, like glassware or bulky loads like laundry baskets. The head unit serves as a smart AI hub, loaded with high-resolution cameras for visual recognition, depth-sensing LiDAR, microphones for natural voice commands, speakers for responses, and a dynamic display screen. Powering it all is LG's proprietary physical AI system, blending vision language models with generative AI. Watch this demo clip. It's going to make you want one. It begins with a casual voice command. "Hey, prep breakfast for the family." Step 1. CLOiD rolls into the kitchen in about 10 seconds, using its wheeled base and real-time obstacle avoidance to dodge chairs, toys, or even a scampering pet without hesitation. Step 2. It opens the LG ThinQ smart fridge door with a smooth arm motion, scans the shelves with its cameras, and retrieves items like milk, eggs, and a croissant, automatically adjusting grip based on weight, shape, and fragility to prevent drops or spills. Step 3. Places the croissant in the oven, sets the timer via direct appliance integration, and hands the eggs to a human if collaboration is needed. Fast forward to after you head out for work. Step 4. CLOiD loads the washer with dirty clothes, monitors the cycle through ThinQ Sync, transfers items to the dryer, and then folds and stacks garments slowly but accurately, taking roughly 2 minutes per shirt using its finger sensors to smooth out wrinkles and ensure neat piles. Step 5. If it spots a mess on the floor, it delegates the task to a connected vacuum robot while tidying counters or organizing cabinets itself. The entire process is proactive. It tidies unasked based on learned patterns and syncs seamlessly with the full ThinQ ecosystem. LG claims this could cut household chores by 50% in pilot homes, freeing up 2 or more hours daily. The rollout is planned for 2027, with pricing likely falling in the $5,000 to $10,000 range. Imagine your entire day revolutionized by CLOiD. Your morning routine kicks off with a gentle wake-up nudge from the robot, which has already prepped coffee and breakfast while you shower, eggs scrambled just the way you like them, toast buttered to perfection, all set on the table by 7 a.m. During the workday, it handles the grind, laundry cycles run efficiently, and it even manages small errands like accepting deliveries and carrying packages to your office. In the evening, it assists with dinner prep. For an elderly parent living with you, it could monitor health subtly, assist with mobility, or remind them of medications at exact times. For a disabled family member, it frees up true independence by fetching items from high shelves or helping with daily tasks that were once frustrating barriers. This sounds like pure liberation, but here's the interrupt. Those always-on cameras and microphones are constantly collecting data on your habits. Who really has access? LG assures it's encrypted, but what if it's hacked? Your home could become an unwitting surveillance hub with intruders spying through the bot's eyes. Question: would you trust a robot like CLOiD in your most private spaces? Comment below right now. We're building toward the full security breakdown, so don't drop off just yet. All this robotics wizardry relies on powerful AI brains, and that's where Nvidia's keynote shines. CEO Jensen Huang took the stage and unveiled the Rubin platform, the next-gen AI accelerator chips, delivering triple the performance through extreme co-design, optimized for physical AI workloads. This slashes token processing costs by up to 10 times, enabling real-time inference on edge devices like robots without lag. But the stars were Nvidia's new open models. First up, Isaac GR00T N1.6, a vision language action VLA powerhouse for humanoids. It ingests egocentric camera feeds, robot state data, and natural language instructions, then generates coordinated full-body actions using a 32-layer diffusion transformer architecture. Outputs motion sequences frame by frame. Paired with Cosmos Reason 2, it layers in contextual planning, not just grasping, but deciding whether to walk around an obstacle. This unlocks complex behaviors. For self-driving integration, Nvidia rolled out AlphaMeo 1, a 10 billion parameter VLA model that crafts safe vehicle trajectories. It leverages chain-of-thought reasoning to dissect commands. Step 1 detects pedestrians, Step 2 predicts their paths, Step 3 adjusts speed and lane position. Benchmarks show 30% better accuracy. Partners like Mercedes-Benz showcased it in their CLA vehicles, integrating with Nvidia's Earth 2 digital twin for climate-aware routing, avoiding flooded roads, or optimizing paths for energy savings. Other highlights included collaborations with Franca Robotics and Neura, who used GR00T to train behaviors in the Isaac Lab Arena simulator, cranking through 1,000 diverse scenarios per hour before seamless sim-to-real transfer. Nvidia is democratizing this with free models on Hugging Face and Lee Robot platforms, calling it the ChatGPT moment for physical AI. But Shockstat, as inference takes over 100% of AI compute by 2030, data centers could gulp down 8% of global electricity. Huang addressed this head-on. We're innovating not just for speed, but for a greener future. Rubin reduces power per token dramatically, paving the way for sustainable scale. Still, the tension between breakthrough innovation and environmental impact is heating up debates across the industry. Before we hit the dark side, let's inject some pure CES fun, because not every robot was about serious work or home life. Some were straight-up spectacle to wow the crowds and highlight versatility. Number 1 viral hit, Pakshini Tech's Tora 1 from China, an autonomous ice cream-making humanoid that pulled machine levers, scooped flavors with exact portions, and handed over cones using tactile sensors for a firm yet gentle grip, churning out 50 orders per hour in packed demo sessions without a single spill or mess. Number 2, Engine AI's T800 series sparring droids, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, putting on a mock boxing show in a ring with 20 millisecond reaction times thanks to AI-powered vision and motion prediction. One even tripped on purpose and recovered with a dramatic roll and stand, drawing huge laughs and cheers from the audience, with over 10,000 attendees snapping selfies. Number 3. Xbot's Robotic Cafe Setup, where you order via touchscreen and the bot dispenses custom sundaes in under 30 seconds, layering toppings and drizzles perfectly. CES boasted more than 200 robot exhibits this year, a 50% jump from last year, and these whimsical ones proved humanoids are ready for entertainment, hospitality, and creative applications beyond utility, making the future feel exciting and accessible. But now, pattern interrupt. Let's flip to the shadow side that's casting doubt over all this hype. The security risks. These robots aren't standalone toys. They're deeply networked. Atlas syncing with factory management systems for real-time data sharing. CLOiD linking to home IoT ecosystems for appliance control. Nvidia models pulling from clouds for continual learning and updates. That dramatically expands potential attack surfaces for hackers, cybercriminals, or even state actors. At CES, panels from companies like VicOne and Decloak hammered the urgency of zero-trust architectures. Why? A single compromised bot could leak sensitive industrial designs, sabotage production lines by misplacing parts or triggering shutdowns, or in worse cases, cause physical harm by overriding safety protocols. VicOne's research spotlighted how AI-powered patrols in smart buildings often erode user trust due to privacy gaps. Always-on sensors recording unpredictable behaviors at 2 a.m., like a robot watching you sleep or logging private conversations. IEE stats hit hard. 80% of robotics firms report known vulnerabilities in their systems right now. Rapid7's CES panel warned about interconnected IoT creating centralized trust points that hackers love. One breach, and it cascades across an entire fleet, halting factories or turning homes into surveillance nightmares. Solutions are out there. Zero-trust networks assume no device is inherently safe, verifying every access request with multi-factor authentication, encryption, and continuous monitoring. Nvidia's Thor chips bake in hardware-accelerated encryption to support this, but adoption is lagging. Only about 40% of firms are fully on board, per industry surveys. We need mandatory audits, over-the-air security updates, and international standards to outpace threats before they scale. This security conversation ties straight into the broader ethics and jobs dilemma, which CES put under the microscope. The World Economic Forum predicts automation like this could displace 85 million jobs by 2025 alone, slamming manufacturing, service, and even some creative sectors. But it also forecasts 97 million new roles popping up in fields like AI ethics oversight, robot programming, and sustainable tech maintenance. For Atlas and factories, it's a classic double-edged sword. Boosting efficiency and cutting injuries by 30% is a massive win for worker safety, but unions view it as an existential threat to livelihoods. Hyundai's opposition from their Korean union isn't just talk. They're labeling it a one-way street without worker agreement, pushing for negotiations that include job guarantees, generous severance packages, or transition support. Cultural displacement adds another layer. In tight-knit communities where factory work defines personal identity, social bonds, and even local economies, losing that could unravel the community fabric. UF reports highlight global inequality too. Developing nations might face faster job losses without the infrastructure or funding for widespread retraining programs. On the positive side, Boston Dynamics Plater argues for hope. This is about augmenting humans, not replacing them, freeing us for higher-value work like innovation, problem-solving, and creativity. Practical scenarios for balance include hybrid models where humans and robots team up. Atlas handles the heavy lifts and repetitive precision tasks, while workers focus on quality control, customization, or oversight. Retraining could be the bridge. Government-funded courses in AI literacy, with companies like Hyundai offering profit sharing so employees directly benefit from the productivity gains robots bring. For CLOiD in homes, ethics revolve around privacy and dependency. Is constant assistance empowering busy families or creating over-reliance that dulls human skills? And for Nvidia's tech, the energy debate intensifies. Huang's quote underscores greener AI, but without strict regulation. Disparities between rich and poor nations could widen. We need proactive steps now, international guidelines, ethical AI boards with diverse voices, and inclusive decision-making to ensure this revolution lifts everyone, not just a few. For a quick cold contrast that really hammers home the progress, rewind to CES 2025. Robotics was exciting but stuck in prototype purgatory. Unitree's quadrupeds did impressive flips for the crowds, Yukai's emotional plush bots aimed at combating loneliness in aging populations, and humanoids like Figure AI demonstrated basic walking, or Tesla's Optimus teased simple battery sorting tasks. No major production announcements, no sold-out fleets, no concrete roadmaps with timelines. LG focused on smart appliances with AI tweaks, but no dedicated home humanoid. Nvidia floated early physical AI concepts like the initial GR00T model, but it was all simulations and vague partnerships. No open models ready for developers to deploy. About 150 robot exhibits overall, and the vibe was promising but wait and see, with surveys showing 60% of attendees flagging robotics as a top interest but expecting delays. Fast forward just 1 year to CES 2026. Deployments announced with immediate shipping, detailed timelines like Hyundai's 2028 rollout, deep integrations with giants like Google DeepMind and Mercedes. Over 200 exhibits, Chinese firms flooding the floor with versatile bots for food service and entertainment. 1 year flipped maybe someday to it's happening right now. Mind-blowing acceleration. Question: does this rapid leap excite you or make you nervous about the pace? So, wrapping it up, is the CES 2026 Robotics Takeover a shining utopia of unmatched efficiency, everyday convenience, and groundbreaking innovation, or a potential dystopia loaded with hacks, widespread job losses, and thorny ethical pitfalls? Truth is, it's both, and the final outcome hinges on how we steer it collectively. Atlas and CLOiD are set to transform industries and homes for the better, enhancing safety, freeing up time, and boosting quality of life. Nvidia's tech is accelerating safer autonomy across factories, vehicles, and beyond. But with robust zero-trust security measures, thoughtful ethics guidelines, and proactive regulation from governments and companies, we can mitigate the downsides before robot fleets scale to millions. There you have it, the complete CES 2026 robotics revolution unpacked in 15 minutes. Are you excited for robot helpers in your life, or more worried about the jobs, privacy invasions, or hacks? What specific scenario scares you most? A hacked home bot spying on your family or your job automated away overnight? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your input directly shapes my next videos. If this deep dive blew your mind or got you thinking, hit that like button hard. Subscribe for more cutting-edge AI breakdowns, and turn on the bell so you never miss an update. Next up, we're dissecting Merge Labs' non-invasive brain AI interfaces and the heated rivalry with Neuralink. Thanks for watching all the way through. You're now way ahead of the curve on one of the biggest tech shifts of the decade. Peace out.